But it seems like it's dropping in and out because it says 10 seconds and then.
I don't know what's going on. It's all very scary.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened.
It looks like we're live, pal.
Thank God we didn't actually do anything on this show.
The video definitely did cut out, right? It was not just you.
Yeah, it definitely cut out because I see it says on my XSplit that it restarted the stream. Like it says we've all been streaming for 40 seconds now.
I don't know what just happened. We gained viewers. Bob O'Neill, so thanks, Bob. I was gonna say something good. Oh yeah, this is gonna sound dumb, Jeremy, but I didn't know how like pregnant Renee was. maybe my fault. Don't know.
I mean, she announced the baby in like October.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I did not this, and I'm now much less certain of my guys winning the tag team titles. Gonna be honest, tough. That's tough. WWE are in crisis. It says at the bottom of this deal.
Can we buy him? Oh, oh man, they're declining in business.
I mean, duh.
Can we buy him? I mean, BP Dub's taking over. Let's try to buy him.
Try.
Temp takeover. Oh.
Cowards.
What is their... Have they been declining with the... And they just stated a B-. There's no growth, which... Fair.
Of course not. How incredibly realistic this is.
Are we here? Is it? Can everybody still...
I think we're fine.
Okay. Seems like
we inexplicably gained like 15 followers or watchers, viewers, whatever the hell, while we was off. Immediately went when we came back.
Yeah,
which is... You gotta respect it. We believe that Bob O'Neill struck down the stream, which is...
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Folks, have you seen the new podcast advertisement? Because it is extraordinary, let me tell you, folks. I mean, just tremendous stuff. Brock in time, coming soon, with Bob O'Neill and I discussing the great career of the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And it's great stuff.
Alright, what are we booking on this? Oh, we gotta fire. We're gonna fire Kizarni right fast.
Yes, you killed it, Bud Ryan. It was so good. It's so good.
I haven't seen it.
I especially look tremendous. You should see it, Jeremy. It's great.
Select. Yeah, we'll pay 21,000. Who cares?
Kazani Taker, bro. We was gonna do something with him once.
And then the real Undertaker was there, and then he wouldn't sign with us. Like a bitch.
So we killed off both Undertakers.
We've now fired the Kazarni Taker. All right, Joseph. What are we booking on this show? What did we book last time? Brian promo. Oh, Brian. We're building up Brian because he's gonna go after the title.
Indeed.
We're doing Biggie and Stalker, I believe.
Who is Brian working at the pay-per-view? Bob. So he's doing the arse stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do we have pre-book pay-per-view? And also, when is it? It also seems important.
The pay-per-view is... Oh, we do? We got a lot of shit pre-booked. We still have 3 shows left before this pay-per-view.
Okay, what do we have in our notes?
I don't think I wrote anything in the notes. Nope.
Well then. Okay, what did we do last week? Main event of last week's show was what?
Was a Brian win.
Oh yeah, it sucked. I remember we realised Wesley wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
And we're doing Moxley and Stalker.
CJ, are you serious? Can you send me some dominoes? I legit would like some dominoes.
Like, I assume you mean pizza, not like just shoot dominoes, right?
Yeah, I would assume so too. But I mean, I'll take whatever.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with the Will Ospreay saga, Dan, because I just like, if it wasn't already clear enough when I spoke about Buff Bagwell I'm now at a point where I just like see the headline. I do the worst thing that a news writer like Jeremy could bear happen is I just see the headline and go, oh, that looks bad. And just scroll. Oh, that seems bad. Jeremy, did you have to cover the death of Larry Steve today?
No.
You didn't cover it?
No.
Oh. I was really concerned then for a moment you had to put yourself through that. Sites are doing it though, right? Or have I imagined?
Yeah, like every site. I'm sure, well, D. Felice will put in like the fight size update or something, but like, dude, I'm sorry your pig died, but I ain't writing a story about it.
I just typed in and immediately saw like a bunch of blue tick ones. Oh, bless. It's just Bob O'Neill and I had a lot of in the glory days of our pal ship before we started doing podcasts together. We would enjoy the Larry Steve content very much. It is a crying shame to the Instagrams of our world. We've lost one of the great pigs. I don't know any other pigs really, but that one was a good one. Very sad.
Oh, CJ is Colby. I didn't realize it was Colby.
Oh, he just got a big gig, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I made that up. I apologise for I didn't make that up, right?
No, Colby's the lead MMA guy now.
All how. There you go, folks. Congrats to Pal in the chat.
Colby.
We did not know.
Look, man, I've lasted this long, and Sean hasn't realized anything, so Sean encourages it, unfortunately. You're good, Colby.
I don't know what... I'm very confused now by the chat, because it's a mix of Osprey, the pig... Yeah, it's tough. Jeremy, I'm just thankful for your sake you didn't have to do that story, because that'd be harrowing, wouldn't it?
Dude, we don't do like, you know, if a wrestler's like, oh, my parent died or whatever, like we don't typically cover that stuff because to us, like it's a personal thing, right? Like,
right.
I understand they put it out there on social media, like that's for them to handle it how they want to, make the announcement, do whatever. Like, I don't know, as a wrestling site, we're not that desperate for clicks to be like, Becky Lynch remembers her father. It's like, all right, like that's for her.
Oh, it's awful. I don't know why I'm finding this conversation funny, but like you're right. Like when you first set that up, you was like, "No, we don't often." I was like, "Is Jeremy about to say we don't often cover the death of pigs that were?" You know, but you're right. No, you're right. You're 100% right. There's no need for it to be a news story.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, you're gonna. The thing with stories like that is they're going to be plugged on social, and it's like anyone that sees your story on social is probably aware that Larry Steve the pig has died.
Yeah.
You know, it probably doesn't need to be a news bulletin, I would say.
I
mean, he was a television star. He was on the Total Divas, which I'm sure you cover very often on Fightful. But
I mean, that's why we also do just like our big updates. It's just got a bunch of little blurbs on there because it's like, look, man, I don't need to stretch 200 words on Larry Steve.
Is he in this game?
I don't know, Joseph. You did the mod. Is he?
I should have put Larry Steve in the game, shouldn't I, folks? We are talking to about Alexa Bliss's pig, Larry Steve, God rest his soul. I do not know how he died. Do we know how?
I think natural causes.
Okay, so it wasn't Dexter Loomis on our shit. Oh, bless him. Good Instagram follow was the Larry Steve. He's not in the game. I assume that's what you're telling me, Bills, mate. 10-bell salute. Imagine Raw. Imagine fucking SmackDown opened up with 10-bell salute to Larry Steve. I'm sure that would go over well on social. They didn't do this shit for Umaga in 2009. Fuck the Fed, man. Get him out of here. Yes, no two in the game. I'm now actually, this is where I'm at. I'm now actually looking at this screen and thinking to myself, how played Larry Steve the pig for TEW? And I'm confident it's no, but I'm not certain. Not certain. Could have. I don't know.
What are we booking on this show, Joseph?
I don't know. Let's keep talking about Larry Steve. Yeah. I liked... Did you see Cash Wheeler try to save Larry Steve?
What?
Did you see this? This is real. I'm not making this up.
How?
Like on her, like I saw that she posted on Instagram, and like, I was just, you know how I'm one of them dogs guys on Instagram that like I click through every story almost. You know, I just have to. I'm a completionist. And I'm going. I see poor Larry struggling. Oh, that's a bummer. And then she's like, I want to thank Cash Wheeler, who like he was willing to take Larry himself. You know, and make the hot tag on for poor Larry Steve. To which I say, I was right all along. FTR fucking rule.
Where was Wesley? Where was Wesley Hansen? I thought he's the father of Larry Steve, isn't he?
It's the other one, Jeremy. It's the other one. Wesley Hansen. There's different persons. The one you're thinking of. Buddy
Oh,
Murphy.
Blake. I don't remember which one she dated.
It's the other one, Jeremy. Wow, man, that was no need for that. Both of those men got strays there for no reason, bro. What the fuck? Oh, I was trying to put over Cash, and you came and dunked on both Blake and Murphy. Like, why?
The Dubstep Brothers. Is that what they're called? The Dubstep Bros.
Yeah. I think that's like one of those tag names that like the Dirty Dogs, where people just sort of pretended it was the name. You know?
Dirty Dogs are their actual name, though. As
I know, but
recognized
like
in WWE.
right. JJ said, "Am I missing something? Why is this pig famous?" It's Alexa Bliss's pig. I don't know, dude. What do you want from me? I don't know. It's Alexa Bliss. She has a pig. Job done. Famous. It's because the Cash has a truck, which Larry Steve would have fit in. We're piecing this together now, folks. We're going to figure it out.
Dan bringing the pig scoops here.
I feel I do want to stress, folks. I am not making light of the tragedy of the Larry Steve. I am merely trying to avoid booking BPW because I have no fucking clue what we're doing on this. Okay, this is not, bless Larry. I'm looking at this screen in front of me. I'm seeing we main event of the show Daniel Bryan and Wesley Hansen. He got a C minus. Jeremy thinks Wesley Hansen is Buddy Murphy. He can't believe it got a C minus because the last time he saw Buddy Murphy and Daniel Bryan, they had a great match on SmackDown Live. He doesn't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We're building to a Bob and Bryan match. Somehow the Stalker's in the main event scene. Neither of us know. We just know that eventually we're doing this wedding segment, and everything in between then and now is an absolute waste of time. I do not know. I do not know, folks. I just don't. Okay.
Oh, I have such a headache, Joseph.
You should just go to sleep, bro. I can sit and talk with the chat about Eric Steve. Folks, any other scoops? I did this on Patreon, I promise, but it is very indicative of me as a wrestling media man. I am more clued into Larry Steve's triumph and tragedy than I am Will Ospreay's current saga in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I also don't know what happened on Raw, but I know about Cash Wheeler trying to make a save. Yes, Daniel Bryan does hate butts. I know that because Bob Lashley.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think if we wanted to put this together, we could.
Yeah.
We're just lacking right now. What's your shirt, Joseph? What's your shirt?
This is Gallows and Anderson.
That's what I thought.
My DM pals.
Did the Machine Gun Carl Anderson like your tweet that he should be TNA World Champion?
He did not like my tweet, but I'm sure he enjoyed it. Just, I don't think he likes it to be too kind of ego boosting. He normally likes stuff that isn't about him.
Fair.
So, I may tweet tonight, why is the big LG Doc Gallows not heavyweight champion? In fact, I'm going to tweet that now.
Happy birthday, Big Franco.
Oh, how? Oh no, I've just realised that Franco's birthday now will be forever changed as he'll realise that it was the day that poor Larry Steve passed. We've done that to you, Franco, I apologise. Roman Reigns' birthday was today. I think, right?
Yeah.
I made that up.
No,
good.
You're right.
He rules, bro. This about Roman Reigns, he's real good. I'm going to tweet now this Doc. I wonder if Gallows is a vanity searcher.
I don't know if he is. He's liked one of my tweets, but I think I tagged him in it. If you tag him, he'll definitely see it. Just tag him in it.
No, I don't do that kind of thing.
Coward.
That is for great big fucking dogs, not me. I just legitimately took shots at like 90% of my peers. Well, what are you gonna do? Is Doc Gallows all caps on the doc? Because if not, it is now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just make it all caps. Let me know when you tweet.
Why is the big LG Doc Gallows not TNA World Heavyweight Champion yet? Send tweet. Folks, find the answer for me, folks. Find the answer. My God, we got Whiskey Dick's birthday yesterday. Wow.
Happy belated Whiskey Dick.
Indeed. A real pal.
JR's here to say, screw you, Joseph.
Yeah, you're an out. JR's an out. That's how he got the Jericho bite. JR's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's fucking, the scoop mobs out there. They can't be trusted. He may not like it because their good brother Kenneth is current TNA champ. This is a good point, though. Completely missed me. Didn't know. It's maybe too soon after this morning's news, but how much is Vince going to pay JR to come back to Raw? Why is it too... Is that a Larry Steve reference or an Adnan Burke reference?
Alright, so there's... Hold on, I'm going to check with Sean on something.
Oh God, Jim Ross is coming back to the Fed, folks. Scoop on coming. Yeah, Vince... Do we want JR still being AEW, guys? I don't know. And I'm glad to know that Toby says either, and it wasn't Larry Steve, bless him. Yes, JR will not be coming back. Jim Ross might be. Yeah. Seems like the chat doesn't want JR. Crackerjack says sit down interviews. I don't know. I mean, I don't need him on AEW, but
No.
I do feel bad for him in the sense that he does get. I do find some of the abuse to be a bit much, you know. I don't think his intentions are bad. He's just like an old kind of bitter's not even the right word. He's just kind of get off my lawn guy, right? These things happen in MMA, Jeremy. I think he means well. I think he likes some guys on the roster. I think there's some talent that really enjoys going to him for insight. But he's just a little bit... But he's a lot short, let's be honest. Moro or Taz would be better. What about Moro?
Moro? Not the biggest Moro fan.
I think he's good as... if Impact used him on their Big Four pay-per-views, I think that could be kind of good.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But weekly TV.
I just don't need Moro doing TV, yelling all the time. I just don't need it.
Oh dear. It appears this tweet is it's causing some controversy. Wow.
People not a fan of the big LG?
It seems to be going well. I was surprised. I saw a lot of mentions. I was really scared. Moro's side boxing. I agree on that, man. And that's part of why I like Moro is I have nostalgia of him as an MMA guy. I don't know where I'm at with Moro at this point as a wrestling announcer. I just don't know. JJ is pitching for Don West. Should be ashamed of himself. I'm Crackerjet says Excalibur, Tony, Jericho. I don't know if I want Jericho doing a weekly show either, though.
No. Jericho, he's a lot.
What about Big Paul? Tall Paul. What about Paul?
I like him.
You like Paul?
Yeah, I like
Let's
him.
do Paul. Let's just do Eddie Kingston. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just tape the show and have Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley do commentary in post? Let's do that. I like Mike Tenay. I don't know if he's down for doing weekly television tour in the country. Yeah. How old is Mike Tenay now?
Let's see.
I don't know if he's someone that's yeah, man, get me on the road, put me in, coach.
Tenay is 66, so yeah.
Oh well, that's
Yeah.
5-6 years older. Ricky Starks is actually good at commentary, which is bullshit because he has to be good at everything. It's not fair. The Ricky Starks is awesome, Jeremy Lambert. I can't believe we had him on our bullshit show. You know? I mean, I love Luther, but it makes much more sense to me that he's been on our program. Ricky Starks, still can't believe it. When I see him popping up on Renee's pod and all this stuff, it's like, wow, look at this guy, you know?
He's turned into a major star as the Ricky Starks. Good on him. He deserves it.
I feel like we're to credit for that, though, right?
Oh, 100%. He won't give us the credit, but he should.
No, we put him over. We give him the shine, baby.
Yeah.
Taz, I do think Taz could easily just be the third announcer, man. I also don't know, like, how long Team Taz is going to go, as much as I enjoy it. The fact that Cage is already kind of like half, they're doing stuff with him, I don't know if that's a long-term deal. So if not, he's going to be an announcer again, right?
JJ, it was a lot easier to get Ricky Starks when he was in NWA and, not in this position.
Yeah, different time, man. It was a different time. The NWA was, we could have got an interview of anyone on that show. We could have had Colgan on here, man.
We can have Aldous if we want.
We don't want.
Joe, let's book something. Let's at least give the people a show.
Okay. We've only been streaming for 20 minutes according to Twitch, Jeremy, so yeah. Okay. Okay, what has the Stalker and Jon Moxley actually done together? Have they even interacted? Do we know?
What are I doing? Are we doing the We're doing Stalker and Jon? I thought we were doing Big E and Stalker. What's the pre-booking say? Oh, we are doing Stalker. Okay.
Well, who's Big E working?
I was working Shooter Shane and Paul Heyman.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so we're doing Moxley and the Stalker. So we got to heat the Stalker.
Okay, I remember this. Okay. What did we last do with that Big E Shane deal? Because that might be our main event.
It was Shane. It was Shane training, and Heyman was talking about how he got a kiss, and then Big E beat. We didn't actually do anything.
So the angle was, and I genuinely do remember this. The angle was that Shane was going to get a match with Big E. That was the deal. Heyman came back to that kiss, and Shane was like, "Well, I've got a title match."
Yeah.
And he's like, "We're a team." So I think that's actually the main event this week. And then Paul's going to get a shot, and then the idea is, can they beat them together? Obviously they can't. They're fucking losers, right?
Okay. All right, so our main event this week is Big E against Shane.
I mean, we main evented with Wesley Hansen last week, who granted you thought was Buddy Murphy, but not a big deal.
I mean, neither of them are on WWE TV, so...
It's true. It's very, very true. Yes, that is indeed very true. It pops me, you said, like, you're going to upload this to Fightful. It's like, you're going to title this thing, like, BP Dub episode, whatever, and people are going to click on it and be like, well, they haven't booked anything in 40 minutes, so...
That's why I said we need to, like, start booking something. All right.
This is fair.
Big E's victorious. Good job. Good effort. All right. That match might need to get longer.
Great. Okay. So did we figure out if the Stalker and Jon Moxley have actually interacted?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't even know if we have him set as like a storyline. Oh no, Sid and Moxley is still that can end.
Because we did a TV rematch. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm figuring this out now, folks. So the Stalker is. We now need to. I feel like his promo last week is probably supposed to be aimed at Jon Moxley.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense. Because wasn't the thing of like the Stalker was like, you've been doing all this shit, like come fight me type deal?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know if the Stalker is like #1 contender in canon or like we just started talking about it. I don't know.
We just kind of like heated him up. So he beat somebody last week, maybe. Oh no, I just did a promo. We need to heat him up then, because I'm not sure if he's got like any. Okay, beat Captain Booty Pro. Did he beat Curryman? I feel like that was the gimmick. Is like he was gonna beat Curryman as well.
I feel like he did on the first TBR pay-per-view. No.
Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, and then he cut a promo because he was. I think the promo was something like, I beat these ass guys and like, Moxley doing this basketball stuff, like thought you were a real man with knives and let's come fight.
Okay, so this week Moxley's going to respond to this, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We should probably set this as a storyline.
I just did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do Moxley responding. Let's try and map out our TV main events, man, for the build. You know, we've got 2 more after this, right?
Yeah,
it
we're 2 more shows after this.
Okay. I feel like ideally we do something with Moxley next week.
Well, Biggie.
I don't know what.
Okay, so November 1. I don't know if this is the main event, but it's going to be Biggie. It's going to be E and Heyman, right?
Yes. I sense we should do that on 2, because then we can do a segment next week.
Why don't we just do it next week, and then because the pay-per-view is week 2, so why don't we just do it next week, and then we'll do the segment on the go home of like, you beat us separately, can you beat us together?
Right. No, I'm for it. I wonder if we can do. I wonder if there's some sort of Mox Stalker tag we can do next week. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Is there some sort of multi-man we can do, or we combine feuds?
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
I know, but if we've got like any feuds that would fit that, you know? Like, what have we actually got?
Not really.
Like, could we not do, like, for example, and this kind of works because Brian's heading in this direction anyway, could we not do Brian and Barry versus
Stalker?
Mox and Bob? Yeah.
You want to do that next week, or you want to do that go home?
Let's do that next week, and then do a contract sign or some sort of talking segment on the go home with the top guys.
Okay.
Because I don't know really where we're at, but I feel like we haven't actually done like a whole lot physically with those 2 feuds. So just announcing it as a tag, I think can work.
Yeah. All right. So November 2nd, we'll do some type of contract gimmick.
Mm-hmm. See, now this is where I feel like maybe this is where we should have done, or we can still do, Heyman and Eon this week. Because then we have a talking segment and a match. I don't know how good Big E and Paul Heyman's going to be, you know?
Yeah.
So we can go like Mox Stalker contract signing, and then like just before that we can do E and Heyman or whatever.
All right.
Because like that tag we're doing next week should get some time, right? That should actually be very good.
Right. I mean, Heyman, he's not going to be good though.
Yes, he's bad. But the talking segment will be our like main event, so to speak. So it feels like it's kind of protected. And if not, I mean, we got a C- main event last week, and we still had a decent show. So the algorithm sucks. Okay, this is all good. I think we'll have Moxley respond in a promo this week.
Okay.
And then we've got to figure out where we're at with Brian and like where, you know, what next, how far into the arse promos he is.
I'm not sure if he. I think he just cut the one promo, and it was like the vague type deal. I'll look back at it.
Okay, so this week I feel like in that case, if that is correct, obviously we'll see. But if that is the case, then I feel like we can open the show with like a Brian talking segment, and then Bob comes out, you know, and he backs off. Listen, man, I'm not talking about your ass. I'm talking about someone else's, you know.
I mean, we can't like open the show with that. We got to open the show with the Bulls.
You're right, but I don't know what they're doing either, so that's difficult.
Well, last week was because Sid had the loss, and you know, he got the basketball bounced off, and then Britt told him like, "I'm a dentist." So this week we're building towards the Britt, or building towards Alexa. What's the match we have booked? Britt and Nia. We're building towards Britt and Nia.
Okay, have we actually like started building towards that, or are we just doing Bulls stuff?
I don't think we've done like anything with it. I'm pretty sure it's just like Bulls stuff. I think we may have given Nia like a win to like, again, just like kind of heat her up, but we need to probably do. I don't even see where we've given Nia a win. Should probably give Nia a win, right? Remember, you booked that segment where Nia goes on the street and she sees the different girls. She's like, not like her, not like her.
I booked that?
Yeah, I fucking love that segment.
Okay. How do we start? Is our cold open DMD actually working on Sid's teeth, and Nia Jax enters the
The office.
what would it be called? Yeah, it feels like the wrong. Is that not a fancy term?
It's just a dentist office. Like,
I feel like I want to say something, extravagant. Okay, fine. But she enters. I thought we could do something with that.
okay,
The show's starting with like a movie style camera shot directly down Sid's throat and then pulling out. Sounds very exciting to me.
okay.
That's what I'm pitching.
All right, and then Naya. I like that Naya walks in, and Brit is like, I gotta fucking hold on.
Who did Angle have a date with? I don't know, man. I don't know if we have. Oh, he's an agent, right?
Who did who? Oh, Angle have a date with? Oh, I don't think
Yes.
Angle. I don't know if Angle had a date with anybody. Oh, it says Angle. Like that's an angle. It's not Kurt Angle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, Shane and Heyman had a date. Okay, so all right, cool.
Oh, this Doc Gallows bit. It's tremendous. Okay. So where are we at? Nia's storming in. It's not. You're fine, Dan. I was very confused, but I get where your confusion is. She is in fact different. Tope says as she points to other people and says, "I'm not like her."
So that's my pitch for this is she's working on the teeth and everything, and Nia just like bursts in, and Britt's like, "What are you doing here? Like this, you don't have an appointment." And Nia is like, "She might be a dentist, but I'm not like her." And like that's just like the cold open, and then at some point Britt will get mad and it'll set something up.
Okay. Okay. Alexa finds this all very funny, I feel.
Right? Yes, yeah. Alexa, who is, she's just there as like Britt's like dental assistant because they have those. Yeah, she's like laughing.
She's like secretly holding Sid's hand too.
Yeah,
which is very funny
like
stuff.
that.
And you know when heel tag teams do that spot where when the referee looks away, they grab each other's hands on like a hold.
Yeah,
they're doing that like every time Britt turns around, Sid because he actually much prefers the Alexa Bliss to the Britt Baker.
Yeah,
but obviously she's aware of this and beginning to get very scared about it, which will lead her to obviously proposing, which will be tremendous television.
Billy Kay is working reception. And Billy Kay after Nia already burst in, like Billy Kay comes running in like a couple minutes later and is like, "I told you can't go back here. What are you doing? You gotta be joking." All this stuff. No, she's in hysterics. All right.
We will also, folks, and this is for no at home, we will work in a very tasteful Larry Steve reference in this segment, just for everyone that's really locked in. We'll do something very inside. It'll go over, I promise. Dude, I don't know who we're giving it to or how, but we'll do it.
If this segment, if it doesn't get a B+ or better, it's all Nia's fault, right? We know the Bulls.
Yeah,
they're good for A's and B+. So if this segment doesn't work, we know we're blaming.
I mean, we got to get ready for it because we're going to do the wedding segment.
Yeah,
right? And we got to get ready for disappointment because as good as we know that segment is, the game may not like it, unfortunately. Yeah. That's not what I meant. I am crackjacked by a tasteful Larry Steve reference. I just meant like a lion or something like that, Okay. Look, I like this show thus far. The issue is, Jeremy, I don't know if you can see that part. It says we need 32 minutes more of this show.
Do we want to do... So we do our cold open. Do we just want to do like a quick Brian squash? And then...
Yes.
Okay. And then he cuts the promo and then Lashley comes out.
Yeah, and then Lashley, he comes out, and he walks backwards down the ramp, so his arse is on display the whole time.
Yeah. And
Brian backs off, is like, "Not your arse, man. Your arse is cool,
Yeah.
And Rob's like, "Damn right, my arse is cool." And then, Brian is obviously very offended because he hates arse. Storytelling, yes, indeed. we're getting there, folks. We're piecing it together. I did notice though, Jeremy, the viewership did go down as we started booking, which I think says a lot about where what we've done to people with this series. You know, they're like, oh shit, they're gonna start talking about Brit and Alexa and the dentist and the Sid and the baseball and the basketball and the softball. I get it, folks. It's inside. I get it. There's some poor dude that's just like, he never knew we went to Twitch. Gonna see those deals pop up on Scraps. We're like, oh man, I can dive back in. I'm sure they won't be doing anything too like elaborate. I'm sure I can just figure out what's going on. And then we're talking about the balls and cold opens with the balls, and it's difficult. Some of these things are built around inside jokes that are legit like 5 months out of date now, which is not ideal. But what are you gonna do?
All right, who is Sherlock's interrogating now? Are we introducing Stoke? Like, we got him. So do we introduce Stoke this week? So
where
what
is
did we do?
At in his like investigation?
That's what I'm looking at. So well, I don't think that's completely true because I just haven't added people to it.
Who is
So last week we got Kerwin's finger. Remember we did the Lebowski thing. Do we want to? How about he finds Kazarni Taker since we just fired him? Like he finds. What if he finds a knife?
Okay, look. I think we need to have a character just to finish the Lebowski arc. We need a character to water and do the scene where he's like, I can get you a toe by 3 o'clock this afternoon. You know, like it's a bunch of amateurs. It's just a finger. Who cares? You know that deal.
Yeah.
And then you hear a scream of horror, and he runs outside, and Kazani Taker is in front of him. Or, whatever you want to do. Something involving Kazani Taker as a new dead body, and he's like, man, you can dismiss the finger, but I've got a new body on my hands.
Okay.
Next week we'll do Stoke.
Okay, cool.
Who could be Walter Sobchak from The Big Lebowski on our roster? Surely we just have some big guy that can do this, right? It's just some great big fella.
We got the Giant Gonzalez.
Do we have PN News?
Yeah.
I know that he's allegedly a piece of shit, but he feels like he's the right guy for this role.
Okay.
Then again, he's a rapper, so maybe not. Do we have any other big guys? Like, when I say big, I mean...
Snitsky?
Yeah. Yeah, Snitsky, that would rule. Snitsky would be great at this.
It would, actually.
One of my favourite scenes ever, that truly is, where he refuses to sell. Walter refuses the idea that this should be taken seriously. A bit, toe pain, it's easily done.
All right, okay. We need like another match, and then maybe another segment, depending on how long this match goes. We kind of need like a halfway decent match.
Where are we at with New Day and them? Well, what's happening with them and the your angle that you was painting the masterpiece with? The stuff with
oh right, I think New Day just like returned.
We could give them a win in that case if they just came back.
Yeah, we'll give them one. I don't even remember what I had for that because then I thought of the Fast and Furious gimmick and like Yano and Orange Cassidy are gonna win those tag titles, and I'm just more excited about that than fucking Cross.
You are correct though. They are back. It says it there. Back. Let's do a tag.
All right, we'll give them a tag win, and then maybe they cut a promo. Oh, I remember. They're going to like magic shops, right? Because like they're trying to figure out how like the magic of the Fiend and the Cross works. So that's the gimmick. All right, so we'll do the vignette first, and then we'll give them a win, and then we'll set up with that.
I'm imagining them resting this match and trying like tricks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They see that.
Speaking of tricks,
we do the vignette and they go to like the magic shop, and like that's what they're doing in this match. Like Woods has his little wand and shit, and he's like trying to like cast spells and everything. They're dressed up in like the goofy outfits and everything. Woods is using the smoke bombs and stuff. Like that's what they're gonna do in this match.
Tremendous. It's tremendous stuff. I think they could pull this off.
Oh, they do.
I do like that we're steadily getting to a point where the performers we have in these roles, I think, could be vaguely fun of them.
Yeah.
In this case, very good at it. But I did have to ask you, Jeremy. This might be a sensitive subject, but I gotta say it. When was the last time you watched The Mighty Ducks 3?
It's been a while. I haven't seen any of the movies in forever.
Okay. When we do that rewatch, I want you to go into 3 with a nice, just be aware of what you get yourself into. Don't go into expecting glory days and everyone grinning.
Which one? Which one was 3? Is that where that was Team USA?
The one when, no. It's the one when Charlie becomes a great big bitch like Ed up to WrestleMania, and Bombay's barely there.
I don't know if I remember 3.
Oh, you may not have even seen it, dude. How
Nah,
crazy!
I've seen it. It's just been a while.
The boarding school one, yes. So you have 2
okay, yeah. Boarding school. That's what I was thinking of. Not Team USA, because Team USA was 2. Yeah, boarding school. We watched that in like shop class in high school, and that legitimately might be the last time I've seen it.
Oh man, I kind of feel like you're a fake duck historian, Jeremy. I feel like Steven Jensen's gonna like rip your throat out when he hears your
100%.
lack of loyalty to the franchise.
100%. I don't know if I'm a fake duck historian, but I don't recall these movies very well. I don't recall a lot of things very well.
I mean, it feels harsh to call you a fake duck historian, but based on the fact you've never called yourself a duck historian, so I'm aware it's a little stiff, but I'm just saying. Can the Larry Steve Battle Royale be in a mud pit? I didn't know we were doing one, but like, sure.
That'll be the gimmick for the pay-per-view, if we remember,
okay.
Which we won't.
Okay. Ray says that's what he would have wanted. I agree.
Right, we'll put Wesley Hansen in there for no reason. Who are they facing? Mike Sanders.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who dunked on Mike's? Was that JJ did that?
Yeah, yesterday.
He was trying to get under our skin. God damn it. Mike Sanders getting strays. I honestly think this stream should have ended when you got confused with Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. That's the funniest thing we've done on Twitch in a long time.
Okay.
It's glorious. There's like a 2014 bit brought to life in 2021. It's tremendous stuff. He was like, yeah, the dubstep, as though they hadn't done anything, like they're still interchangeable to you. That's so great. That's tremendous.
There, that's our show. Is this fine, Joseph?
Sure, man. It's great. BP dub. BP dub. You're getting heat, JJ, because you dunk on all of our favourite wrestlers like Eddie Edwards and above average Mike Sanders. Okay, that's what.
Alright. Here's our show, everybody. Alright, Nia didn't completely kill this segment. She looked lost, but she didn't completely kill it.
Now remember, she's going to get the big rub of winning the title.
She is.
By the time that
is she winning the title? She's not winning the title, is she? I thought the Kelly was winning the title.
She is. Yeah, because we have another pay-per-view, right? We have this one, and then we have the December pay-per-view, which is where she's going to drop the belt. Yeah, you're right.
Or the van, whichever one we decide to go with.
No, it's Kelly. The van was very bad. It will change though. You watch the mod makers change their tune when she gets on AEW Dark Elevation and starts throwing pump kicks. Fucking shoot knees through the middle. Oh shit.
Man, Brian with a D plus Gilbert. Ooh. Brian had a B performance.
Dude, Gilbert was on the Distraction once.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
He did. JJ got us the Tank Bearclaw.
Tank.
Yeah, he got us the Gilbert cameo.
We've fallen a long way since then. That was good stuff, Now we just talk about wrestling more. We don't have any Gilbert. Our angle's finished.
Jack Crosby's on the show on Thursday, Joseph.
Yeah, but he's like, when WWE would bring part-timers in for Mania, when it was still like vaguely popular, wrestling that is. It's like, oh, things are back, and then they go after Mania and it's back to being flat. That's what happens with Jack. We bring him in, he's The Rock. We bring him in, everyone goes crazy. And then you and I, as Randy and Cena, are left to clean up the shit afterwards. It's very difficult. You did get us Christopher Daniels, JJ. That was very good. I don't even know if JJ was the one that went after above average Mike, which is tremendous that we've just allocated that to him. Throwback will have an Impact star on the show this week. Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Tremendous news. This looks worse than I thought it would be.
The game doesn't like Lashley.
A lot of people don't like Lashley. There's a lot of idiots in the world.
True. There we go, man. Dude, imagine these two just go into a magic shop and just being like, yeah, do what you want with this segment. They'd kill it. Absolutely would kill it.
Oh, it's tremendous. They really would. Now, 5 minutes is a long time. The edit would be pretty loose, but still. What are you going to do?
Wow.
We might have found ourselves a team here, folks.
I don't know about that. Like, Kofi and Xavier both got an A. They're so good.
What does it say they got? Wesley got... Oh, God.
Wesley was the weak link. Mike Sanders got a D+, and Blake got a D-.
Seems bad. It seems bad. But, still, it's a good match. Hell of a match.
JJ says above average Mike is fine by him. So I think you just accused JJ of going after Mike Sanders when he never did.
That's a shame. I apologise for that, but someone had to take the bullet. I don't know who it was. This is on me.
Look at Snitsky. Why is his head
He would have been
like
good
that?
at it, man. That's just his head, Jeremy.
Doesn't it look like it's cut weird? Like, it looks like that face is, like, pasted onto that body.
Really?
Yeah, like, see how, like, the cut is, like... I don't know. Like, it's just weird.
Shows you how much we've booked him that you noticed that after the 11 months of booking.
Okay. Oh, wow! This did way better than I thought it would.
Great chemistry, apparently, pal.
Oh, we might have to run this back. Biggie got an
100%.
A. Biggie's good.
We're running this back at some point, definitely. That's a steal of a main event.
That's way better than I thought that was going to be. Shane bumping his ass off and shit for Big E, too, I'm sure.
Sure, man. Whatever you say. I agree with Tope Suicida's query in the chat. Why does Bob now have many... Just because? Oh, you don't watch Raw either, I realise now.
Oh,
Bob has lots of women.
Oh,
He's Bob.
no, yeah, that's it, dude. Like, he's Bob Lashley.
He is pretty cool. Okay, this was not a foul.
He started the flirt business. I'm the first person to say that. Has anybody made that reference?
Well, that's pretty good, man.
I don't know. I'm not on Twitter. I don't watch Raw. I'm not on Twitter during Raw. Fuck that shit. Yeah, Moxley rules.
He is very good, Jon Moxley. Yes, he is indeed very, very good. This was a good show.
It really was.
See, Jeremy, just needed some time. Have you heard the stories? Like, people say this is what the WCW booking committee was once like. Like, people would just go in at like 8 p.m. and sit till 1 and be like, okay, let's book some shit. That's what we just did, basically. I mean, I feel like they were talking about heavier subjects than we were. But,
we're talking about the death of Larry Steve.
Yeah, when I say heavy, I don't mean like in terms of emotional gravity. I mean sort of just filth, really. You know what I mean? Wow, Tope Suicida is swinging for the fences here with the...
I saw that. He's a married man.
MJF has got internet support from someone, Jeremy. Who is this?
He's the best young prospect in wrestling today.
Same. Can relate.
Alright, what's our long match for this? Kelly. Oh my god. What the fuck's Mantar doing? He was late.
Let's just fire him. Just fire him. It's Mantar. Like, there's no way we're ever going to need Mantar.
We gotta keep some of these dorks on the roster, Joseph.
Fine. Why is PN News upset for?
He's good friends with the Mantar.
We should have fired both of them. They're both influencers and assholes. Let's get Kelly a win, man. Let's get her ticking over.
Okay.
Because you're right, we're building to her winning the title, the Nature Gal.
I feel like we did Kelly against the Van, or am I crazy?
No, we did. It was a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, but it did... Oh, okay. I was thinking... We didn't do Kelly against Britt. Kelly Kelly's wrestled so many. Look at this win-loss record, though.
I feel like she did it. The first pay-per-view match was that, I think.
Oh, yeah, it did. Way back in February. Okay, yeah. Dude, look at her win-loss record. She's 24-3.
What we're doing here, Jeremy. We're not idiots. We know what we're doing.
We throw this is a great AEW booking where it's like 24-3, hasn't wrestled a single time on actual television.
Bro, the chat is what I am cracking. It says in Mentor's defense, he cannot drive. He is a ball. Ray says send Mentor to a slaughterhouse, and then Tope Suicida fairly enters and says, "Whoa." Mentor is the closest thing left on the roster to Larry Steve.
Yeah, I thinking...
appreciate the left part of that. Left on the roster. Like, who else was close to Larry Steve before? Like, did we fire someone? Do we just call him Larry Steve? Is that all we do?
They have bad chemistry. I mean, who gives a shit? It's our B show.
Bro, he's doing this job, and he's coming back as Larry Steve. We will rename him tomorrow, Larry Steve.
All right.
I mean, it's legitimately not a worse gimmick than Mantle, which is really an incredible feat when you think about it.
I thought when we were talking about Larry Steve, I was like, oh man, we have Mantar. We could, like, if we wanted to, we can do something with that. But then I didn't throw it out there because I didn't really want to do it. But now the crowd is very into it.
I would like to do this. Do you think it's in poor taste, Jeremy, or do you just not want to book a pig?
What are we doing with him, like, actually?
Nothing. He's now Larry Steve. Like, he's the exact wrestler with the same exact usage. We book him once a month, but he has a funnier name.
Right.
Okay.
What if we pair him with Wesley Hansen?
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Let's actually try to do that. It's incredibly
Suzuki. That'd be awesome, but he's too good.
Maybe we could have Suzuki come in and just kick the shit out of every woman on our roster so they can all get Twitter cred when like they lose to someone, you know? Like, we could have every one of them just get the absolute shit kicked out of them by Minoru Suzuki. So then when they do a job to, like, Eva Marie, someone on Twitter goes, huh, LOL, bro. Huh. Remember when Suzuki shot on her? Ha ha ha, tough, right? Imagine doing a job in a wrestling match when you once did another job to Minoru Suzuki, bro. We could do that. Would you like to do that?
No.
Probably a little bit racy for ESPN, but you know.
What's Paul Heyman recovering from? Hey, what?
I feel like Paul's or just always recovering from something.
He's back from injury.
That's a lie. He's not fully fit. He's definitely not fully fit.
Do we want to click on number 7?
Yes, we do. See how angry I can get here.
I don't know who that is.
That's Tegan. I want to say it's Tegan.
Tegan, is it?
I think so.
Well, he's a beard then, isn't he?
I don't know what that means, but
Tegan's gay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're questioning the realism of the mod now.
Yeah. Is that Tegan? Yeah, Tegan. Tegan is gay, right?
I hope so.
I hope so too. I just said this.
Just fucking fling it out there.
Yeah, she's put that out there.
Good.
Oh, she's bi. Okay.
Okay, folks. Let's move on swiftly from this. It's supposed to be a joke about Austin Theory. I did not intend to delve into poor Tegan's personal life.
All right. Oh, we gotta rename Mantar.
Dude, it's crazy that Doc Gallows is dead in this universe.
Oh shit, that's right.
Like, Joe Suicida mentioned this, and I was just like, holy shit, Gallows is gone. Oh, this is tremendous stuff, man. Wesley Hansen and Larry Steve. Oh, how?
Alright, boy, what's happened to this show?
I don't know. It's Halloween, it looks like, Jeremy.
Oh, sweet. We're about to end the month. That's fun. The Butcher! Joseph, what if we bring in the Butcher?
Yeah, we're signing the Butcher. He's the killer.
Yeah.
That's the swerve, bro. Like, everyone thinks it's Dexter Lumis, and it's the Butcher. That's it. That's cash. I mean, look at his picture and tell me he shouldn't be the killer.
Hello, Fightful faithful.
We've got to keep the butcher away from Larry Steve. So
I was gonna make a Butcher and Larry Steve joke, but
yes,
you know, I try to stay. Thanks for following Marcus8915. How much money do you want, Butcher? You don't have to work house shows, man. Gives a shit. I don't even know if we run house shows.
We should not run house shows, right?
No. Oh man, he's going on tour in 42 days though, Joseph.
How long will that last?
I don't know. I don't know how long the tours last in this case. Sometimes it's like a month. Sometimes it's like 3 months.
I mean, look, we got to play it by ear, Jeremy. I think perhaps
we'll bring him
in
in.
this particular case, he's the red herring in that. You know, if we're going to lose him for a long time, that probably is the thing to do.
Okay.
But what's Braille was won an award. Braille was won an award, folks. This is very
Best
scary.
manager in the world.
Jesus. Okay. I love that you still click on the ROH shows like we're going to get anything from it, you know?
I feel like our BP, our River of Darkness ratings are shooting up. The Dozier.
Oh. Where is Otis?
He's still training at Alpha Academy, I believe.
Yes. I have some friends that really like that team. I don't know why, but they do.
John Silver rules, but I don't really have anything for him. He's awesome though.
He is. Dr. Death, Larry Steve Williams is very good
Let's
stuff.
go. We got the Orange Cassidy. Oh, Boogeyman left. I don't even remember him leaving. We killed him off, right? Like, didn't they find like worms?
Yeah.
Or else we were supposed to do that and just never did.
No, we did it, I think,
Okay.
and Lex was like, he thought the worms had killed him and stuff,
Right.
you know?
Okay. All right, we got Orange Cassidy. The Fast and Furious angle is starting soon, everybody. Very exciting.
And by soon we mean in about 4 weeks when we figure out where we're at with Orange Cassidy.
What happened in the Impact? There's Eddie Edwards beating EC3 to retain the Impact World title.
A Joe Holbert spectacle if I've ever seen it. What else have we got? Any other good
Dalton
ones?
Castle has defeated the Machine Gun Carl Anderson. That's not your booking, Joseph.
No, that's bullshit. That is disgusting stuff. This looks okay. Right? Kind of.
Yeah, sure.
It's not one of those ones where you go, holy. I mean, the thing is, WWE has so many wrestlers.
Sabu is just wrestling Johnny Swinger on the pre-show.
Very fair. There's so many wrestlers on WWE's roster. Their ones are like genuinely insane.
Yeah.
You know? I think it's harder for them to mess up Impact, ROH, and then.
Oh, we lost money last month. That's not great.
Seems bad.
Yeah.
Did we do a pay-per-view though?
No, so that makes sense.
Hello,
I mean, look, we're
Fightful
not
faithful.
looking at these numbers here. It's just we are not like a big money maker when it comes to the world of professional wrestling.
Super Mario Dinosaurs. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, our making money like just largely depends on did we run a pay-per-view this month or not.
Yes.
Because every month we've run one, we've made money. Every month we haven't, we've lost money.
It does feel that as businessmen we should be running more pay-per-views, but I know that neither of us want to do that, so therefore we will not be running more pay-per-views.
No. Orange Cassidy needs a position on the roster. He's a main eventer. Mid-carder. Fuck off. Is he like not over?
Fuck off.
He's at a D- overness. Like that's so unfair, right?
Yeah, I don't know, like it feels like the AEW guys are just this is a problem with them, you know?
Yeah. We'll get him.
I did a game with some pals. JR, in fact, was one of them. We were playing, like, you know, we drafted rosters and all this good stuff. And we all were super high on so many of the AEW guys. And then you get them on your roster and like, oh, these guys suck on the game. And you have to start, like, editing everyone. It's very lame. It's a shame.
Appreciate you following Super Mario Dinosaurs. Hope you're well on this, what day is it? Tuesday afternoon?
Yes, allegedly so. It's Tuesday.
Yeah. I don't know why you're here, why you're watching us do some dumb shit, but we appreciate it.
Alexa Bliss has won an award, Jeremy.
As she should. Most entertaining wrestler in the world.
something tells me that isn't coming from Dave. Dude, this. Imagine the Larry speech, right? Imagine the emotional weight of the whole thing. It will be a tremendous occasion, let me tell you. The most entertaining wrestler in the world is such an elite award name. It's just so vague. Like, that's it. Tell me who entertains you most.
Should we make this canon? Like Brit's like upset about this?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, we should. Alexa's trying to film like a thank you message in the cold open, and like Brit is just always doing other stuff. Like she's got the whatchamacallit going in the dentist deal, like making the loud noise, you know?
Yeah, the drill, yeah.
It's the drill. She's got the drill going at the loudest, Billy Kay's like screaming at the top of her voice. Like, oh, you try to do something, Alexa? Okay, sorry. And then they go back to doing it again. Just being annoying. And then says like, hey, she should be proud of herself. Let her do that speech.
Super Mario Dinosaur says to play TEW05 in a mashup database of Cornellverse and Real World 2014. This is a mashup of many different universes. It's mainly the real universe mixed with some shitty wrestlers from past time, and that's our promotion. And it's gone off the rails from what it was originally supposed to be, which was already very bad. And now we're like signing real wrestlers who are good and then sticking them in not so great gimmicks.
My opinion is, and I think the audience will agree, this thing went off the rails when you picked Kip Sabian.
Fair.
The end was nigh.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, now I will say this: your Miro pick has aged very well, because Miro is awesome again. Kip Sabian, however, tough draw.
Well, he's injured, Joseph. I mean, you got to give him some time.
I'm all for it, but we had like 6 slots for current wrestlers, and it's difficult. It's just difficult.
But again, this is my long-term thinking. Is we had Kip Sabian and Miro, and then we traded them for Jon Moxley essentially. So I was just collecting assets with those two.
Flipping them.
Yeah. So
it's not really what happened, but I like it.
What happened on Raw? Andrade, Ricochet, and Murphy. Not Blake. No, that is... Which one is which?
Dude, are you, like, being serious with this? Because this is incredible.
Because we renamed Wesley Blake. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because we renamed him Wesley Hansen. I'm like, what is happening? And I keep thinking of Blake Murphy, the writer who was on our show, and I was like, which one is this?
Okay, look, you're my pal. I've got to throw a flag on this play, okay? They stopped teaming together 5 years ago. Since then, I have to stress this to you, okay? Since then, Wesley Blake has vanished from television and did the Forgotten Sons gimmick and lost his job, which was unfair and unnecessary, but it's the truth. You covered SmackDown, I believe, when that was happening, okay? Forgotten Sons?
Yes.
In addition, since then, Buddy Murphy has become one of the great cruiserweight champions, internet wrestling favourite, who everyone whines about his booking all the time, has not lost his job, and is on the brand that you currently cover every Friday night for Fightful.com.
You can't convince me Murphy is on SmackDown. You can't convince me of this.
Listen, he did like a free Cesaro, bro. I was told to stop whining, okay? Like, I'm just telling you that I'm very, very concerned about the fact that if Larry Steve, God rest his soul, had not passed, you would still not know which one was Blake and which one was Murphy. And that seems bad, Jeremy. Because Bud Murphy was on TV quite a lot over the last 18 months with Seth Rollins and all that stuff. The Mysterios, as Ray points out. Now, this is not good stuff. I'm not, But I would suggest strongly, as the lead wrestling writer, that you know the difference between a man that has done very little in the last 5 years and one that has done effectively, relatively, a lot more. That's all.
I'm very tired, Joseph.
I understand.
Oh, they've reunited Dolph and Drew. That should make you happy.
Not really, man. I prefer Bob Roode.
Yeah, I know.
Roode's way better tag partner. Dude, he does the spine buster and stuff.
A skit involving Jimmy King and Dolph Ziggler. Can only imagine how that went.
Imagine Dolph doing some like stand-up comedy lines about the crown and stuff. Fucking great, man. It's so funny. Dude's so funny, man. Imagine it'd be so goddamn funny.
Suzuki is staying with New Japan. Akam. We don't need Akam.
Dude, where are the AOP men?
They're just done.
Where are they?
They're just done. I don't blame them.
What's the new time for Impact Wrestling also?
They're
Shit.
shown later. It's a blow to the Impact Wrestling. What happened on NWA Power? Oh boy. Oh, Buff, did we fire? We must have fired him. Oh yeah, he died.
Yes.
He died. He's now in NWA, which makes sense.
It really does in so many ways.
Yeah. All right.
Naomi's in the NWA, really?
Apparently.
I don't think we could sign her because she's like good and we didn't have any funny gimmicks for her.
Yeah.
They let her leave. They just let her walk.
Yeah. What happened on the Dynamite here? Penta is just beating Samoa Joe. Cody is beating Jeff Hardy. Can't let them WWE talents get over. See, the AEW fans would be very happy about this. So like, yeah,
Yes.
WWE guys coming in here and proving that the AEW is the big leagues. Something like that.
And by AEW fans, you mean WWE fans that don't watch AEW pretend they're very concerned about WWE guys.
Ronda
taking over.
Rousey's in the AEW.
Yeah, I remember we tried to sign her.
Oh yeah, we didn't
I
go.
get it. You guys are trolls.
We
That's
didn't go
your whole
hard on
gimmick.
her because we had a gimmick for her. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, we're just gonna have her get knocked out.
That
We
was
didn't-
it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't go like super hard on her because if we wanted to, we could have gotten her. But we were like, oh, let's just see who she chooses. She made the wrong choice.
This Gallows tweet is doing okay. I'm waiting for someone to actually explain to me why Doc Gallows is not the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. It has yet to happen. Oh my goodness, my friend Laura has now rebranded to an Alexa Bliss account, and I'm very scared for her safety.
Who? Oh, I
Very-
saw. Oh wait, I thought she was a Charlotte fan.
She was. She's now at Slap to the Face. Seems bad. Seems bad.
She was a Bailey fan, right?
She said she's out. I don't know, bro.
She still doesn't follow me. I'm very mad about this.
Jay has added Alexa Bliss on her Most Entertaining Wrestler award.
Oh,
My
boy.
God.
JJ.
What kind of
you're-
trouble is he trying to get us in?
Yes, you're pushing things, JJ.
On this day of all days?
Yes.
On this day?
He's trying to cheer her up.
I don't think it's going to work,
I don't
Jeremy.
think so either.
I just don't think it's going to work.
Carlito for Prez, appreciate you resubscribing, man. 3 months, appreciate it, Carlito. A modder, you can play this. It costs, but if you go to greydogsoftware.com, there's previous versions of this. This is actually the 2016 version. There's a 2022 version that's out as well that you can play. I don't know how much the 2016 version plays. How much it costs, I should say. And to like play, and like to play different, like you got to download mods and stuff.
Right.
And again, like this mod, this is exclusive to us. Joseph built this mod.
Apparently so. Penta has been in some bad matches. The Cody match absolutely sucked.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was Penta's fault, in honesty. I mean, Penta can be kind of lazy. Like, he's so good that he brothers around. He's cool, though.
Kevin Owens went to NXT and beat the Judge. A lot of people on this list who have been released. Very sad.
Tough.
Yeah.
Ray has pointed out that if Alexa somehow inexplicably clicks on that link, she will see that we are booking Larry Steve.
Will she?
I mean, if she clicks live, she'll see, she may just see Larry Steve on the list.
I don't think she's gonna click live.
You don't think so?
No.
No?
No. I
Okay.
think we'll be okay.
This is a fair. I feel you're correct on this one, but still, it's a risk worth avoiding. What we mean about Larry Steve, Jeremy?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't even know what I say on this show anymore.
I don't either.
Like, I say, we'll talk about stuff, and then I'll leave him, but I have no idea what we just talked about. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I know we spoke about Larry Steve, but I don't know if we was fun or we, I don't know if Bob was here or what happened. It's very confusing.
Bob broke the stream.
Dude, I am Crackjack comes in with, you guys been hamming up the Larry Steve thing. Come on, bro. There is 0% chance Alexa knows what TEW is. That would actually be like an elite series. Like, just sit Alexa Bliss down and be like, hey, here's an insider wrestling thing. Do you know what it is? If so, explain. Like, the Wrestling Observer newsletter definitely knows not to like Dave Meltzer, right? It's the rules of being a PC graduate. Like, she knows, fuck Dave Meltzer. She doesn't know why. She's just like, fuck that guy. Fightful.com, maybe, right? She's done an interview with Sean. Had some fun back and forth on the Twitter. And by fun, I mean very heated. That became fun afterwards.
And she didn't like me.
No, I don't know if that's true. I just think she didn't like one of your headlines. I don't know if
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
doesn't know it exists.
Jeremy Lambert. I don't know if she'd be like, fuck Jeremy Lambert, man. I don't, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she is that heated. What was the headline?
Something about Ronda Rousey.
Fair. I also wouldn't like you doing a headline about me and Ronda Rousey. I brought up Osprey and then you started talking about... That's my career encapsulated. Oh, tremendous. The Rousey Alexa angle was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The one that Ray's talking about.
Yeah.
People were rocking that.
All right, we got our main event at least. This show should be pretty easy to book
Yes,
because we're doing a long match of Moxley and Lashley against Bryan and Stalker. This match is gonna get 20 minutes.
It feels like the kind of match that we think will be really good.
Oh no.
Seems bad.
It's not great.
Here's a genuine question, okay? If this match becomes a 6-person, does that chemistry matter?
No, it doesn't.
Let's find other people.
Okay.
Let's do something here, Drew. Let's get creative. I don't know what we do, but let's just try. Let's just figure something out. And then at least we have someone that can take the fall too on one of the sides.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Mox. We got Arse. Okay, how do we do this? Brooklyn Brawler is not who I had in mind, right?
Joseph. Okay, hear me out on this. Hear me out.
Okay.
We do Nia and Billy.
Strong. Yeah, I'm for it. I'm absolutely for it.
And then Nia beats Billy.
Oh, dude, it's so good because this is the first time Bob and Nia are
Yes, exactly.
Mr. and Mrs. Arsehole.
Exactly. It'll hurt the match rating, but whatever. Fuck it.
All Japan 6-man upcoming here, folks. What a match this is. I love that before we saw the chemistry, I was concerned about the Stalker and Bob Lashley, and now we've got Billy and Nia in there. Yeah, could be tough. Dedicates it to Larry, all that good stuff. And they're just making horrible noise and being mean, and Sid is like, hey, come on now. I really wanted to win that award. I'm proud of Alexa, And everyone's like, what the fuck's wrong with Sid? We should have Sid wrestle soon though, because it feels like we forget when they're not doing title programs they can wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean, Sid's not a good wrestler, but on this game he's a top 5 worker for us, which is Okay, so that's our cold open. That's our main event. Now for the rest. We need a segment to bridge Paulie and Shane. Yeah. I think this is where, to be honest, we do a deal where it's Ray says, so when Alexa mentions Larry Steve, how does that impact new Larry Steve? Good point. Haven't crossed that bridge yet. Okay, here's the deal. I really think Paulie says, I've got the shot next week. He says to Shane, he's in the gym and he goes, and I'm not losing because my girl's going to be there. And Shane's like, your girl's going to... He's like, yeah, my new chick, man, she's going to be at the show. I think this is where we do it. Steph comes out and sits at ringside to watch Paulie fight Big E. Shane is like, holy shit, that's my sister. And then he's just like, well, got to win this chick. And he walks over and starts snipping his hair and stuff. Okay. Tremendous. Paulie and Shane doing this is so funny to me, bro. It's the most ridiculous shit ever. Especially because he's Shooter Shane too. Because now he's just full on like shtick Shane McMahon, but we still call him Shooter Shane.
What's our opening match? Anybody that we can like give a victory to?
I don't know. Should we like? What else are we gonna have on this pay-per-view? We have like 4 matches, right?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do the Larry Steve Memorial Battle Royal apparently. That Larry Steve, I assume, wins.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. We have Larry in the Battle Royal.
Who could use like a win?
I don't know, Jeremy. Sorry. Okay,
what if we do?
Oh, Bob's in the main event, right?
Yeah, Bob's in the main event. What if we give? I was gonna say, what if we give Wesley Hansen a win?
No.
Okay.
It's really bad. We should stop the Wesley stuff. I love the man, but it's,
We're about to pair him with Larry Steve.
I know, but that's not going to get pushed, right? It's just like a thing we're doing. It's going to be fun.
Do we just give Kelly a win?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Who's Kelly going to beat?
We could also do like a rando tag with Booty Pro and Curry Man. Because they put over Wyndham, but they're not like complete job guys for us, right? We could give them something.
All right, we might give them a short match. Okay, who's Kelly beating?
Wesley Hansen.
All right.
Disappointed in Wesley. I now understand though why you were so quick to co-sign my push of him, because you thought he was Buddy Murphy. He was like, the critically acclaimed Wesley Blake, 205 legend. Okay. Go there and tell a story, pals.
Yeah. Alright, and then we'll do a tag match, and then we'll fill out the rest with angles. So we're going to do Curryman and Captain Booty Pro. They can just beat some fiend dorks. Repo Man. Wasn't Repo Man like kind of good for us?
Let's try and find the Repo Man a tag partner that he could like maybe actually keep. I know that's not a big list, Jeremy. I get that, but
the Zombie. We love the Zombies.
Zombie is very bad
on this roster.
He's Kelly's like handler.
Yeah. And the Shockmaster. Repo Man and Shockmaster. Get like 6 minutes out of this.
That Mox debut was like, am I right in saying that was 2 years ago today?
Yeah.
That's wild, man. That feels like an eternity.
It does. It really does. Okay. All right. Now we need some angles. What are we doing? Are we introducing Stoke this week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Because now there's a new murder on. There's another murder on the case, and
right.
So
Lex who turns up like? So who's he interrogating? He's gotta interrogate somebody, and then
I don't know. Do we not just do like Lex is smoking a cigar, and like one of the boys is like, "Are you gonna like do something, Lex? Like there's another death, and you just need to be sitting around a lot," and he can go,
That's not fair to Lex though. He is like actively on the case.
But he sucks. But he can be like, "I'm not worried anymore," because my guy's coming. And they're like, "Who's your guy?" He's like, "A man I've solved many a case with across the country, the United States." And then like up pulls Stoke in like. He comes out some really cool car. He's got the hat on.
Yeah.
Whole deal. And everyone on the roster is just confused because they're like, I don't think Lex is an actual investigator of these things. He seems to be Lex. As Lex goes, not only is he now dressing like, Sherlock Holmes,
right,
but he's also pretending this has been his whole career all along.
Okay. This
is so inside baseball because Stoke's not even like famous enough for this to get a Stephanie McMahon style pop. It would just be like, maybe he's an investigator. I don't know.
need.
This is good shit, bro. Ray says Lexi's looking at crime scene photos, but it's just kids drawing. Stoke shows up and he's like, what the fuck? They're going next week. He's like, here's what we got so far, man. Pretty brutal stuff.
All right, we're gonna do. I'm trying to think of which. I gotta do something. Like, all right, I think I'm gonna do that for next week, for the go home show. So for this week, we're gonna do a big segment in the ring with New Day, and they're gonna put on a magic show essentially. Like, we've done it,
Okay.
we've solved it, and everything. And then this is how the tag team title match is set up. The Doink Fiend and the Cross appear on the screen. They don't actually appear on the screen. We do holograms of the Doink Fiend and the Cross, and that's what appears on like the top of the ramp. And then they accept the match as holograms.
I mean, sure, bro. It sounds great. Sure. I can't say nothing, Jerry, because we're doing a Larry Steve thing, and you asked me what we're going to do with it, and I was like, I don't know.
Okay. I think it was like 6 minutes.
Like, the Larry Steve thing is very Kazani Taker. We're giving a gimmick to a guy that's a dick, and he's inevitably going to quit at some point. And we're going to do it for like a week, and it's like, eh.
Yeah. Okay.
Tremendous. What a segment this will be.
All right. That's our big show.
Our big show. There it is.
Big show.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm really intrigued as to how that main event does.
I think it would have done good as just a regular tag. Like, Nia and Kay are gonna just kind of kill it.
Probably.
All right. The GOATs right there. The core three.
Nobody better. Okay.
Dude,
Okay, this is not
Hanson
bad.
sucks. What do you mean it's not bad? Wesley Hansen's terrible.
Listen, you're the one that wanted to do a big push, pal. I know now. I understand, but he's an underneath guy. He's a cowboy, baby. What do you want?
Terrible. That's fine.
Good show we're doing here. Really,
Shockmaster
really good show.
actually had the second best performance in this match.
Yeah, I don't get why.
Dude,
I've never
Captain Booty
understood
Pro
her.
won with a vertebreaker on Shockmaster.
Oh my, imagine. The Shockmaster's a very big man.
Yeah.
This could have gone a lot worse. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well,
We
Stoke
need to
didn't
give
have a
Stoke a
gimmick.
gimmick.
Yeah, we gotta give him a gimmick.
Okay, this is pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 'cause
Yeah, we know
Cross
why.
carried it.
Yeah. Exactly, Cross carried it. Yes.
All right, B minus.
What was the performance?
Yeah,
This year?
Nia had a D. Nia had the worst performance in the match, and Billy had a D plus.
Look, I've got a bit. People can laugh at this and say I'm wrong. I genuinely think the mod maker's been a little extreme with Nia. I don't know about that worse than, but like, I mean, is she that bad at this point? I haven't watched her in a long time, so I don't know. I don't know, folks. Nia, like, she's had some cool matches, right?
Yeah.
She's kind of.
All right, B minus. We didn't gain any popularity or anything because the industry is in the tank.
Yeah, that's not ideal. You know what rules about Nia is? If her contract came up any other time than when it came up with the whole shit, we would legitimately never.
No.
Lecturer's won the award again, I think.
Yeah, she should. Here's Paul Heyman bitching. Oh no. Well, Paul, can't say I disagree with you.
He comes in, he's at the door and you go, Paul, can you just come and sit in here for a minute? He's like, what do you want? You go, I thought it was Buddy Murphy. I fucking love Buddy Murphy. I try to push Buddy Murphy too. I get it now. I mean, I wish you'd asked me if it was, but I just thought it was. This is what it is. Now it's been you going up to Alexa Brown being like, she won it again. My God, I imagine you go up to Alexa and being like, is it gonna be awkward if we sign Wesley Blake? And she's like, why would it be awkward if you sign Wesley Blake? You know, like I managed him 6 years ago. There's nothing else to it. You're like, oh, I thought there was more involved here. Never mind. just the whole time you booked a show for Australia with Wesley working on top, and you're not sure why the tickets aren't going too well. The whole thing, you know. You go up to Billy Kay and you go, another Aussie coming in, Wesley Blake, and she's like, what? What's wrong with this guy?
I have the hiccups.
That's tremendous. How great is the thought of you? How great is the thought of you, like actually you, not the avatar in front of us, actually you walking around backstage talking to wrestlers as though you've signed Buddy Murphy and it's Wesley Blake. just walk my hug like, we got him. Just watching some of those 205 live matches. He's coming in.
Oh man.
Tremendous. He turns up. You still think it's him, too. That's the best part. He's wrestling the match. Going, oh, I thought he was a little better than this. I don't remember his physique looking this way, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, but you know, he still can work. Takes good bumps.
Oh God.
It's tremendous.
Uh.
I think we're done with the Wesley Blake. You good, pal? Oh God. Is Jeremy good? Is Jeremy, you still with us? He's muted himself. My God. You've all come and asked Blake about being a Mysterio. Oh, wonderful times here, folks, on the Twitch. Just letting Jeremy recompose himself.
All right, I think I'm all right now.
Good.
Oh man. Okay. Are we gonna do one more show?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get to the pay-per-view and then we'll. Whatever that means at this point, I don't know.
So we'll start next show with the pay-per-view. What is happening?
Should we leave the? What's easier for us to book? Should we start with a go home next time?
I feel like that might be easier.
Yeah, because otherwise we're like flat into the pay-per-view and then we have to do a new arc altogether, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Let's book this B show right fast and then get to the first of the week like we usually do. Oh, fucking hell, Glacier. What is Snitsky?
Why is Glacier still here, man?
I don't know.
Oh,
Those are
God.
before and after pictures.
I've said it to you before, bro, but I just can't see Kurt without thinking about him in that film, man. You know?
Are we doing another Kelly win? What are we doing?
Let's do the van.
Okay. What's up, Omar?
We could. That would be smart, Ray, but like we don't do smart. You know, like I think we have fun trying to piece it together. The go home, we should kind of be like, okay, we're doing this, that. We'll see how it goes.
No, I don't want to book it and then leave it.
It feels cowardly, right?
Yeah.
Can she beat Tank Abbott?
Oh,
the
sure.
Yeti, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeti's fine. Okay. That's good. So fired up that the fan club of the Vanessa Bourne has been increased exponentially since she got cut from the World Wrestling Federation. Oh, great match.
Whatever, Kurt. We don't listen to you, clearly.
Imagining Kurt being the only person watching the match. They're talking to the boys. Like, are you watching this shit you put out there, dude? The Yeti versus Vanessa Bourne? Like, good match, man. Enjoyed it.
I don't know if I've ever checked SmackDown. Look at the Fiend and AJ Styles. What a team.
What? Imagine him as a Wyatt family member, bro.
Better than what he's doing now.
Maybe.
All right, come on. Let's end the stream on like a good note of good contract coming up that we can go after here. Joseph?
I'm not confident, I'm going to be honest.
There's Paul Heyman with his fucking complaint.
Yeah, he whines an awful lot, doesn't he, Paul Lee?
Really does.
Oh man, screaming Norman. Oh, there's some extensions here, Jeremy. There's an
Oh boy, I might have to update an article. We're gonna let the anticipation build. No, it's nothing new. Okay, we're gonna let it build right now here. Joseph, 2 extension rumors. Who are we hoping for from AEW? NWA, we don't give a shit, right?
I mean, I think we're hoping for Ed Kingston if we're being serious, right?
You know who we're hoping for, Joseph?
I don't know.
The man, the guy.
Tony Khan?
The guy, Joseph. The
Becky
shirt.
Lynch?
Shirt.
Oh, Luther, yeah. Well, Luther's cool, but I feel like he's just there in spirit, you know?
Sure.
He would be a good murderer, actually.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Is like, what happened to WWE Hell in a Cell? There's your guys, Ziggler and McIntyre.
What a match that is on.
The Scottish Dogs.
Wow. Did they have a name? Did they actually have a name?
I think it was just Ziggler and McIntyre, wasn't it? The locker room leaders.
Oh god. Dolph's had so many strange runs in his career that no one remembers. It's very odd.
Okay. Whatever. All right, let's check the NWA first. What is Roman Reigns saying? I mean, fair.
Factual.
Yeah. The NWA. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, what happened with Impact Turning Point?
Eddie, that's a great match. I'm watching that. Let's go.
You're booking the on top here with Impact, some of
Yes.
these matches. All right, here we go. Big time AEW extension. No. Disappointing. Frankie's apparently gone. Shame. He's too
That's
good
some
for a
bullshit,
promotion.
man. He's gonna get a contract forever.
Yeah. All right, let's book up until Thursday on our
That's
show.
very sad stuff, folks. I was very hopeful we were gonna have something electric coming there, but it was not the case.
Well, we got a couple more days here. Let's see if we can find
Oh my
something.
god, AEW signed Lee.
They signed who?
Immediately.
Oh,
QT
yeah.
came back right away.
Dude, of course they did. Cody was like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah. Cody was like, you got to keep the one guy that likes me. Oh, look, another match I have booked.
Yeah.
What a time.
Look at Jimmy the King teaming with Aleister Black and Seth Rollins.
Indeed. 2 guys he very much fit in with.
Oh man, so we've the Butcher and Taz are now.
Taz? What
Yeah,
was
we
it?
signed him to be a giant, Joseph.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Okay, that works. Taz. Well, I definitely remembered we had Taz.
He's a giant.
It's getting out of hand. The characters we're adding is getting out of hand.
It really,
It's crazy.
it really is.
Huh.
All right, come on. Let's get some good extension rumors here.
Oh my goodness, Tenzan got fired.
That's very sad.
It was not Jeff Jarrett done. That sounds hilarious.
He's in ROH. Yeah, he's in ROH.
Wheeling and dealing. Oh, Jeff Rose.
All right. Chase Owens getting fired too. That's Cass's guy. Making roster
tough.
cuts. Making roster cuts.
That's it, pal. I hear there's a lot of trouble with the Gaijins, but I don't know what's going on, so I just will say nothing.
Oh, WWE rejection. What has happened?
This is a big one.
Come on. Come on. Oh, man.
Crazy cat lady. She'd be a good killer, bro. Imagine Crazy Nat as a murderer.
We'll leave it there. We'll see about Natalia.
Okay.
We'll think on it.
Hiroshi Tanahashi in need of a break, says the headline from 2008.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up. Crazy cat lady against the pig. Oh, man. I don't know what we do with Natalia, dude. Like...
I mean, it says a lot that you just read a match between Natty and a pig and was like, I don't know what we do with Natalia. You know? I don't know. Look, in our division,
She'd be really good.
She'd probably be the best worker statistically in our division.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Because
So,
you know this
there's
game
that.
overrates her. This game is probably like that Charlotte match, man.
She's probably got like a super high like basics and psychology, right?
Let's actually see.
I guess.
She has
I think crazy, but it's
basics
still good.
Yeah, not terrible. Even her overness is, which I mean, fair, but the overness of these games.
She's not particularly over. She's one of those wrestlers that's like, she's famous in the sense that if you've watched wrestling at any point over the last decade, you probably know who she is. But like, you don't care.
Yeah.
You know? There's a lot of wrestlers like, it's not her fault necessarily. I mean, it kind of is, but not really.
All right, everybody. It's going to wrap it up. I got to watch NWA Power in an hour. Let me tell you how excited I am about that.
Sounds super excited, pal.
And then, gotta watch NXT in 3 hours. Let me tell you how excited I am about that. Alright. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Sorry O'Neal broke the stream at one point.
Yeah.
JR, did you just not hear what I was doing with my evening? I'm not gonna enjoy shit.
It'll be okay, man. Aldis will cut a promo.
He's wrestling, Joseph.
The national treasure?
Yeah. He's wrestling Mims to figure out who is hotter.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Enjoy your night, Omar. Alright, so we'll be back on Thursday. There's an off chance I stream tomorrow, because there's no Dynamite, and I'll have some time to kill before Dynamite. I'll do that or I'll nap. One of the two. Joseph, do you wanna say any parting words?
Larry Steve.
Okay. There you go. Let's see who we can raid here. Killer Kelly. Tell her I said hi. Looks like she's watching some old Impact stuff. There appears to be a Hiroshi Tanahashi on her stream.
Hey, Jeremy.
Just
To quote Bob O'Neill, I'm sorry to hear that.
Alright, everyone. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy whatever you're doing tonight. Hopefully it's not watching NWA Power. Talk to y'all later on.